spring the barrel a little bit more depth to her rear rib. That's about the grant you could have done. And some of you this morning, when you were talking two's udder had more pop to it this morning than it does right now. So you could have granted the height of the rear udder attachment over 4. But that was about it in terms of her rear udder. In placing 2 over 1, you're going to talk mammary system all day long. 2 had a much higher, wider rear udder attachment. She had a forerudder that blended in more smoothly into the body wall. And then, of course, structural correctness, and that she tracked out better on the rear set of feet and legs, noticing that 1 was extremely cowhawk. In addition to this, I prefer, even though she's a little bit higher in the pins, she is more nearly level than that extremely off-slope cow, and she has a much more desirable thurl position. Notice the thurl position on this cow is more centrally located, thus allowing her to track out better on a better set of rear feet and legs. Where this cow's thurls are set a little bit too far back, and she's a little bit more narrow through the rear end, and throwing her off on her rear legs and her rump is horrendous, all right? But even with that bad udder on 1, she places over the extremely bad udder 3, all right? 1 has more strength to the forward attachment. She shows more balance and symmetry to her forequarters. She has a much more desirable teeth placement. Not size, but placement. And that she has her teeth hanging more plumb on the udder floor, noting that number 3 was extremely wide in her front teeth. In addition to this, 1 has an advantage in her rear udder attachment, and that it is higher and wider and more desirable, noting that 3 was extremely low and narrow through her rear udder. So in leaving 3 at the bottom of the class today, a cow which you admire for almost nothing, okay, except maybe her freeness of excess flesh, that you can admire, but leaving her on the bottom, and that she tracked out on the worst set of feet and legs, was extremely off in her rump, and having an extreme amount of slope. In addition to this, she had the worst mammary system in the class, with a very low and narrow rear udder attachment, bulgy forward udder attachment, extremely wide front teeth placement, and having the deepest udder in the class way below the hock. You will never see the rest of the year an udder like that, I don't think.